Hello, everyone. I believe that we are Facebook Live. It's always a little interesting when I'm doing a Zoom because there's a bit of a pause and a bit of a delay that goes on. So um, anyway, I hope that people will start coming on. So today, actually, I do not have a guest today. So I wanted to actually take the opportunity to explain a bit more what is actually being created by this particular container that I've been asked to create. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Cathleena Hailley, and I am a frequency alchemist. I have a soul signature frequency that recognizes all other frequencies at what's called their perfect pitch. So when I step near a person or come into their energy, their natural soul signature begins to show up more. So it begins to align. This space I was asked to create, which is basically a neutrality space. It's a space that you can just step into and begin to have lower frequencies just neutralize or leave you. In other words, you can come in feeling anxious, fearful, um, you know, being afraid of, or any of those lower frequencies, and you will suddenly be calmer as you just begin to sit in the space. It was described to me as imagine that you're pulling into a car wash. And so just like you would pull your car into a car wash and you passively sit there as the machine washes your car, that's a bit what's happening here. But it's much larger than that in terms of a container that's being created. I've been guided to do this over a period of time, which is every day up until the election and possibly even after that. So what is being created on a bigger picture is that through language, we have not only been, we've not only created belief systems about who we are and about how things work, but quite literally in our physical brain, there are frequencies that have been creating pathways. So language has frequencies to it. And particularly the English language has been created to have particular frequencies continually align within the physical brain and within the collective. And a lot of these frequencies are lack and urgency, things that don't allow us to feel our authentic self and our sense of true creativity and true freedom. So, even in my words, I want you to know that I'm not arbitrarily talking to you. There's actually very specific, and it's why I'm kind of pausing and maybe even jumping a little, because I'm actually alchemizing or balancing these particular frequencies as I'm stepping into them, which is making my words, maybe to me at least, seem like they're jumping around a little bit, because I can feel the collective, I can feel the energy that's being shifted. So what's happening is that through our lifetime and many lifetimes, we have created really this very intricate geometric maze within our physical brain of frequencies, and they're mainly lower, denser frequencies of fear, shame, blame, anger, anxieties, separation, ego, judgment, lots of different frequencies like that, and they have actual pathways that are leading to various different things in the physical body. And so this isn't just about belief systems. It's that if you have any conditions, particularly in your physical body, particularly any repetitive conditions or larger diseases or things like that in the body, this is the reason that you probably have them and that they're staying with you, is because of this matrix within your mind that is like a roadway that keeps going to that same place and recreating that same place. Because it's actually harder to hold disease in the body than it is to release it, because you're 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 repeating a frequency, which really, we are energy, we are frequency, and everything's in motion. So to actually hold something is not easy to do. But we're doing this because there's a repetition, because there are these pathways, literally like roads, like you're taking the same road every day, and you don't realize that there are options, and you don't even realize that you're doing that, and you don't realize what the frequency is of that particular avenue or that particular road. So I encourage anyone, if you'd like to volunteer, because as you volunteer and we do a very mini session here, you're not only able to go, I can go a little bit deeper with you and begin to break up some of those pathways, but you're also offering that to the collective. So the other bigger piece of this is that through all of technology, including this very medium that we're doing this on, which is one of the reasons that I was asked to do this every day and do it at the same time during the day, because what it's allowing to happen is to step into a particular pathway and expand the frequency of light, of love, actually, of love to literally the internet and to everybody here, by having this repetition. So what we're doing is we're alchemizing or neutralizing some of these frequencies so that more of your light can come in. So this kind of double thing that's happening. So stepping into the energy with me allows for the neutralizing. And then as I'm speaking, as I'm expanding, as I'm contributing my light to this, which is pure love, is my intention that I'm sending, that's going to allow for your natural frequency to also show up more. So what I want to do right now is actually just expand this a little bit larger for the collective and for anyone there. I feel like that one of the strongest energies that I've been feeling is anxiety, and I feel it in the solar plexus. And of course, that makes sense to me because the solar plexus is where we identify ourselves. And that's where a lot of identity has been in, especially the gender types and roles of masculine and feminine is huge within there. The identity of who we are and how we are supposed to show up in the world. It does feed into money and into the idea of abundance. It feeds through the solar plexus and into the back, because I can feel that. So of course, there's a lot of that going on. So what I'd like to do is actually address that particular frequency today, which is just going to neutralize this or bring into a 0 point, center point, the masculine and feminine identity on the planet. So like we've been told a lot what it means to be a woman, what it means to be a man, but actually we are as energy, we're both. So there's a balance point, and that balance point is going to come to the central channel and through the solar plexus, which I want to do right now, and just start to bring that a bit into balance. And I'm going to send it through actually into the lower back so that it helps to also begin to neutralize some of that frequency of money. Money is an actual frequency on the planet. It has a lot of distortion to it. So I just want to start to take some neutrality in there and bring in the actual frequency of abundance. The actual frequency of abundance is the sun, so the central sun, and I've already communicated with the central sun this morning. So we're going to bring in some codes from that into the body. So if anybody's here listening to me, I'm going to close my eyes. And so if you want to close your eyes and start taking some nice deep breaths, we're going to be breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And I want you just to keep letting go and relaxing. I'm just going to be clearing through, I said, the solar plexus area and really I'm just going to bring into, and it's going to come to the solar plexus and down through the lower chakras. And there's a high frequency diamond white light, and it's coming in like a laser beam actually into the solar plexus kind of diaphragm area. Taking a deep breath. We're going to clear that as it moves in and down through the second chakra and out the root. And we're going to hook that, send that directly into the crystalline core of Gaia, into the center of the core, where we can connect to all the meridians and ley lines of the earth herself, and the complete balance of the masculine and feminine energies from the earth. We are now aligning that through the solar plexus. And take some deep breaths. And anchoring in this identity aspect of the masculine and feminine. So it's really just bringing it into a neutrality. I'm going to send that channel up the central channel into the physical brain and begin to alchemize many different avenues of belief systems about what it means to be a man or a woman on the planet. We're just sending this high frequency diamond white light through the brain and in all timelines of just alchemizing this from the larger collective. We're just beginning to just kind of quiet down, so to speak, the gender role types. Just keep breathing. Great. We're going to move through the lower back, actually, and clear out the connection of money to these gender roles. This is, again, just alchemizing this through the collective and through your physical body. And we're going to bring in the frequency of abundance, which is the central sun. And that's going to come straight in through your forehead, into the pineal, and into the entire body as we breathe. I'm just going to keep allowing that. I'm just going to expand that out. And I'm going to expand that out all the way to the organic grid. So it's going to encompass the entire earth. So that anyone who chooses to step in is going to have this alchemizing and clearing take place. Great. So I just really expanded that. I want to thank everyone for showing up. And I know that, I'm doing a lot of these videos, so some of them might be bypassed, but I trust and have faith that those that need to see this and feel this will experience it. I do encourage you to share this as much as you can. This energy and frequency is just being brought forward from the highest level of integrity and love and support for all of you and for all of humanity. I love you. I love this earth, and thank you. So until we meet again, and again, thank you very much for showing up and for sending this out. Take care.